Hold on, y'all. Welcome to the latest episode of That Juco Life. This is Jaquan Bowden here, and I'm here with my latest guest, Kalil Camara from the Bronx, 6'6" combo guard. He goes to North East Oklahoma College. North East Oklahoma A&M College out there in Oklahoma. He is one of many players from New York City selected to go to the Juco All-American Showcase in Atlanta next month. How's it going, Kalil?
It's going good. Thank you.
Good, man. So we just want to start things off by let's talk about, for those who don't know, your high school career. You played at Our Savior Lutheran, which is one of the schools you play at. So how was your high school career, and how did that lead to you going to Northeast Oklahoma A&M?
Well, at my high school career in OSL, we had a talented team. Everybody was like over 6 foot, so we all played the same position. So we all was like, it was hard to star or whatever, but we had a very solid team. Like anybody on a team could have started. So we ended up taking the championship in a prep school, and then from that, I decided to go the JUCO route because no Division I schools was looking after me. So once I went the JUCO route, that's when I started getting Division I offers, and more Division I schools started to look at me.
It sounds good. So what was were there some other schools that were looking at you outside of Northeast Oklahoma A&M?
JUCO?
Yeah.
JUCO schools, I had Monroe, Niagara, Pratt, Northeastern Oklahoma, Seminole State. I had schools like that.
Sounds awesome. So for those who have not seen you play yet, like, kind of explain to them what is your playing style like?
My playing style, like, I play great in the system basketball. I'm a team first. I'm not selfish. I can rebound. I can shoot the ball very well. I can play like basically the 1 through 4.
Okay.
Get my teams involved. Hit big shots when my team needed me. I listen to the coach. You feel me? I never argue back with the coach. I just listen and do what I got to do to win.
Sounds awesome. So the COVID-19 pandemic has put an abrupt end to your season. How have you been able to manage since the season got cut short, and what have you been doing with your extra time?
Well, before the season got cut short, we were on our way to the national tournament in Hutch.
Okay.
So once we heard that we couldn't attend to the tournament, it was shocking. Everybody was mad and stuff, but we came home because of COVID, just been working out. Thank God nobody in my family got COVID. So we just been working out. Since then, with my trainer in high school, summer basketball coach, Christopher Salgado, he's known as Glasses. Okay. So we just been training with him, with a couple of our other boys. Close friend named Dylan Wusu, he's going to St. John's.
Right.
Hamad, Kata, he go to Seward County. So I just been working out with them every day. So just been working out.
Cool. Major shout out to Glasses, man. Great dude, assistant coach at Monroe. I know you and him, y'all all going through a tough time. Rest in peace, B. Diddy. Great kid. Always supportive of his peers. He was always a kid that was at every single game and always had support of all his peers. Like, that's rare amongst our youth, But him and Hamad, great dudes. And y'all also cool dudes too, because I've had one conversation with Brandon before. He was looking for a school, and I tagged a couple of schools under the video that I did for him, and gave him the video as well, and it got some traction. But rest in peace to him, and we'll dedicate this series and this show to him going forward. So, yeah. So moving right along, let's stick on the COVID subject, and let's talk about the NJCAA pushing back the season to January. What are your thoughts about that?
At first, I was not happy about that. Like, I wanted to play basketball. They canceling stuff. When the NBA and all these other AAU tournaments and stuff is going on, so I was confused. I didn't really know why they was canceling it. but then I had to talk with my coach. So they canceling the season to January, but we will be able to attend scrimmages and jamborees from September to November. So it's still gonna be basketball, but the season is just gonna be in January.
Right.
And coach could still come out and watch us play during practice and stuff like that. So.
Oh, that's a good thing. So you have extra time to get your recruiting up, that extra time to work out and prepare. That's a good thing that a lot of people don't know. So thank you for sharing that with us. So explain to us, what is the environment at Northeast Oklahoma A&M like, and what is a day in the life for you as a student athlete?
Life in Oklahoma is very quiet. It was a culture shock to me coming from a big city like New York and then going to some place like that. It was very different. But everybody over there, they respectful, calm. You don't got to worry about no violence, no, feel me? Could just be chilling all day. But day in the life for me, I'll wake up at 5 in the morning. We'll have individual workouts with my assistant coach, Javar Lewis. Then we'll have a individual workout for an hour and 30 minutes, 6:30.
All right.
And then I'll go back in the dorms. I'll take a shower, and then I'll have class at 8. But before that, I will have to go to breakfast. We have breakfast check every morning. My coach was not playing with that.
Right.
So we have breakfast check. Then I will have a class at 8. Then I have 3 more classes after. But during those classes, it will be time for lunch around 12. So I'll go to lunch, and then I'll have class right after lunch. Then after lunch, we will have 2 hours of, free time. But I will go to the gym, put some shots up, and then we had practice right after the free time. So practice would be at 3:30 to 5:36. Then after practice, we would go back to our dorm, shower, and then it would be dinner, time for dinner. Then after dinner, we would just be free time till the next day.
Okay, so how was the schedule during game day? How was game day for you guys?
Schedule during game day, everybody had to be on point. You had to attend breakfast check. You had to attend all your classes. Game day was very serious. We took everything serious during game day. We was not playing around. And then once game day started, it was just time to go get that dub.
Sounds awesome. So you were one of many kids from New York City to be represented in the Juco All-American Camp, which is next month in Atlanta. Yourself, Deshaun Davis, a.k.a. Rams TV from Trinity Valley. Guys like Stephen Sakai from Seward County. I think Carter as well. Sir Carter from Seward County is selected. Kareem Wells from Sullivan. Devontae Tink Cook, he's from another guard from Brooklyn. And the list goes on. So tell me how that process came about, when you first found out that you was going to be selected to the camp. What were your feelings about that?
It was great because where I come from, a lot of people don't get these opportunities, to, showcase your talent. So when my name was selected to get invited to the camp, I was excited. All these schools going to be there. Feel me? So that's one step closer to my goal that I know that I can do it.
Right. Sounds good. So let's talk about academics. We ask this question to everyone who comes on our show. And this is something that, one part of JUCO that's very underrated and many people don't get sometimes is, what are the academic advantages of JUCO? How does it help you academically?
Make sure that you're we have study hall. Whenever we have free times, we have study hall. So when you're in JUCO, the academics is always they're always helping you to get your grades right.
Right.
So we have study hall. Sometimes when we don't have study hall, our coach make us do our homework before practice. Whenever there's free time, they always push us to do our homework. They're always on top of us about grades and stuff like that. So for me, my grades was first semester I had a 3.6 GPA.
Okay.
I made Dean's List. Then second semester I had 3.2 GPA.
Right.
Yeah, so they was always on top of me.
That's awesome. Many people don't get the academic advantages. You're taking the same classes that you can go to at a 4-year anniversary. A 4-year school. My
Yeah.
bad. And you go to the classes are much cheaper, and with the extra help given, it makes you stay on track academically. So, all right, here goes the fun question: who was the toughest player you faced during your career at North East Oklahoma A&M?
Toughest player I faced?
Yes.
This is not practice or anything, right? This is
All right,
like
so
in game.
in game, and you can also talk about a player that you go up against in practice that pushes you to your best, like iron sharpens iron.
All right. So in game, it was probably my man Saquon Singleton.
Okay.
Going to New Mexico. My team, we play a zone. So like when we faced him, he had a triple double on our zone.
Oh wow.
And it was like a beastly triple double. I think he had like 15 assists, 13 rebounds, and like 11 points.
Wow.
Yeah, so like I could say he was the toughest player because he was just doing everything for his team. He was passing the ball, facilitating, scoring, rebounding. Like we couldn't do nothing with it. But as for practice, I'll say our point guard that we had last year, his name is Rudy Williams. He's going to Kansas State. Okay. That kid is tough. Like in practice, he would not play around in practice. He was on everybody. He was talk smack to you, get under your skin, but it all just made us tougher. And then it showed in the games and made us number 1 in Oklahoma. Made us ranked. He was just a great leader. So like, I appreciate him for that.
Wow, that's dope. And salute to say, he was one of our previous guests on the show. That Juco Life from him. He really, really does his thing, and I think he's an inspiration to a lot of guys from the city who went Juco, such as yourself and others. So, big shout out to our guy Saquon Singleton. So, what is some advice that you can give to any prospective athletes out there looking for a school? How could you sell like the Juco life to them?
Some people probably think like the Juco route is probably a route that's gonna, mess them up or something like that. But for me, I would just like to say like if you don't got no schools looking at you or you feel like you want to go D1 and it's not there, for me, just go to Juco route, man. Juco route is the same thing as prep or anything. Right. Still getting you better for the next level. For me.
Right. Awesome, man. So, what motivates you? Like, what's your key motivation to get on when you come on the court and start playing? Like, what motivates you?
My key motivation is my mom, my family, and like everybody that I lost throughout my whole life. So, I just do this for them.
Right. Amazing. So, can you share with us any 4-year schools that's given interest or offers thus far?
Offers, I just have Stony Brook. School that's given interest is like FAU, Monmouth, Marist, New Mexico, Pacific, Texas State, Idaho State, Cal State, Bakersfield. I don't have schools on top of my head, but it's a list.
Oh, I'm sure that list will continue to grow as you move on to the second and final year of your Juco career. So, like, what do you have planned? What are you looking to improve for year 2?
For year 2, looking to get stronger. Do anything that I can to help my team win. Because for year 2, I'm one of the leaders on the team, so we just gotta put our game plan on, get everything right, so we could go to the national tournament.
All right, it sounds awesome. So, I mean, that's all we really have for today. For Kalil Camara, this is Jaquan Bowden. This is That Juco Life. This episode will be out very soon. And thanks for everybody for watching. We out. Peace.
Thanks.